Hi there, my name is Ralph DeBoer and I'm a co-owner here at Rosa Flora Limited in Dunnville, Ontario. We are a cut flower grower who takes pride in every petal. We use a lot of energy to do that, and we try to do this in a very sustainable way, in a way that makes us good stewards of the gifts that we've been given. Today I want to give you a little peek inside to help you understand how it is that we do it, how we want to continue to be effective and efficient, and how we can continue to be sustainable now and into the future ahead. Many of our customers ask us about electricity generation here, and specifically natural gas cogeneration. Natural gas cogeneration has been here at Rosa Flora since 1992. Rosa Flora was an early pioneer in utilizing this very efficient, clean production of electricity. And the benefit of that already back in 1992 was that we were able to use natural gas, which was readily available, to both produce electricity for ourselves as well as produce heat for the greenhouses. And we also have the opportunity to produce CO2 through this natural gas generation to supplement the CO2 for good quality cut flower production. We're also able to partner with our province to export electricity for the local grid. This is a benefit to ourselves, to our province, and ultimately to our customer, because it provides an opportunity for an additional revenue stream to augment what we're already doing here at Rosa Flora. In 2006, we took the initiative early on in the province to utilize wind power for our own purposes here behind the grid for some base load reduction in electricity needs. We implemented a 600 kilowatt wind turbine and have been using it since then. We're able to use electricity from the grid when we need it. We're able to use electricity from wind power and electricity through cogeneration by utilizing natural gas. Being a premier cut flower grower here at Rosa Flora means that we need light. As most of us remember from our high school biology, light is the primary driver to photosynthesis. Sunlight is the first and most obvious way to take advantage of natural light that's available many times of the year. There are, however, times of the year where we just do not have enough natural light, and the natural day length is not long enough for our product. When the sunshine doesn't give us exactly what we need as growers, we supplement that with traditional HPS lighting, as well as more novel and newer LED lighting. HPS fixtures have been around for a while and have continued to improve over time in efficiency. They provide very good quality light, as well as providing a lot of heat that the plants also need. LEDs, on the other hand, are slightly different in that you can target certain color groups with LEDs in a very efficient way. They are very efficient, but some of the quote-unquote efficiency losses that we talk about with LEDs are in fact heat that is not produced. So as greenhouse growers, we do have to be mindful of the heat loss that we don't get with LEDs that we do get with HPSs. So LEDs are very efficient from a lighting perspective, but they don't produce the heat that we do need and do require and the plants do benefit from. Rosa Flora needs heat for cut flower growing many times of the year, and this heat can come to us in various formats. The primary driver to heat many times, again, is the sunshine, and we love when the sunshine helps us heat our greenhouses. When the sun isn't giving us as much heat as we need, we're able to supplement that using primarily natural gas. Natural gas can be utilized in cogeneration to produce both heat and electricity, and natural gas can be utilized very efficiently through a traditional natural gas boiler. Essentially, in a natural gas boiler, the natural gas is combusted. We heat up warm water, and that warm water is distributed to the greenhouse to release that heat, and then the cool water returns back from the greenhouse and gets heated up again in the boiler. The natural gas that's utilized in our cogeneration units is used to produce electricity, which sustains our lights as well as produces some heat. And then the heat that isn't used there can be extracted and also used to warm up hot water. So between the combination of the natural gas being used for electricity and natural gas being used for heat, we're able to get very high efficiencies. Typically, we would run 40 to 45% electricity efficiency and about 50% thermal efficiency for a total efficiency utilizing natural gas at about 95%. In addition to that, Rosa Flora also complements our heating requirements using biomass. We have 3 large biomass boilers that take waste wood that's processed and cleaned, and that waste wood is combusted, and that energy from the combusted waste wood is extracted, converted to hot water, and pumped through the greenhouse to heat the greenhouses. This is wood that might be from pallets or skids that are no longer able to be used. It might be waste wood from tree trimmings, the lumber manufacturing sector, the construction sector, where there's clean waste wood available that can be processed and utilized in such a way that we're able to grow a quality cut flower using a product that somebody thought no longer had a use. As a cut flower grower, we need a lot of water. We don't have a well. Rosa Flora is not connected to the municipal water system because of where we're located. So the natural question is, where does all the water come from that you need? And our answer is actually relatively simple. We harness our greenhouse roofs to collect all of the rainwater that we need throughout the year. Typically in Southern Ontario, we would have about 80 to 90 centimeters of water throughout the year. It all gets collected through a series of pipes that start small and get larger and larger and larger to a point when it rains, all of that water is captured and ultimately gets stored in a large freshwater retention pond. As we need water for our greenhouses, we draw on these freshwater retention ponds and bring that water into the greenhouse for use. To be sustainable, we fully understand that we need to manage our water very well. For every liter of water that we give our plants, a plant might only use about half of that. So if we water 10 liters per square meter per day, for example, our plants might only use 5 of those 10 liters. We are able to capture the water that the plant doesn't use through a series of pipes that are actually below the plants, and that comes back to a return water retention pond. That pond again can be used to bring that return water back to our mixing system to reuse the water at a later date. We are also able to use the fertilizer that's in the return water and bring that back into our system, thereby not wasting any of the fertilization that we've done for growing our cut flowers. As our customer, you see our product in our yellow pails or perhaps in a smaller black pail, and it's in our water that we collected from our roofs, we've used, we've purified, we've treated, and we bring it to your door. We've been using our plastic pails now for years. Many of these have been recycled many, many, many times. We continue to work with you, our customer, to encourage you to get these pails back to us so that we can continue to use these pails over and over again. We believe that this adds to a very sustainable way to ship without using more packaging and plastic than necessary. When touring our greenhouses, often our customers ask us about pests. We have a little acronym called IPM, and it stands for Integrated Pest Management. And this is a fancy acronym which really means just finding good bugs, introducing them into your greenhouse to eat the bad bugs. This is a way not only to control pests in our greenhouse, but is a very environmentally friendly and a very sustainable way to operate a greenhouse. We've been able to significantly reduce the amount of treatment that we need to do with chemicals because our entire facility is managed using IPM. This adds to a bottom line that's stronger for Rosa Flora and ultimately a bottom line that benefits our customers' bottom line. We use a system of marking with just little flags, and we mark with little flags where a higher concentration of bad bugs might be. Later that week, we have the scouter and an applicator of our positive bugs walk through the same places and introduce the good bugs in the places where we now know the bad bugs are. When we can keep this in balance, our crop is healthy and happy. In turn, we pass along a product to our customer who's healthy and happy because the quality and the production in a healthy, happy greenhouse is always higher. We grow under a greenhouse structure, and we have a rather unique and novel greenhouse structure. Rather than a traditional glass greenhouse, we use a double-walled acrylic. Our acrylic panels are 16 millimeters thick, and they're double-walled for a couple of reasons. They're double-walled in the hot summer to keep some of the heat out of our greenhouse when we don't want it, And similarly, in the winter, they're double walled so that they insulate better in the winter to keep the heat in the greenhouse when we want it. As the sunlight comes through this acrylic product, it's double walled, it's got veins in it which diffuse the light, and as well, it is diffused and almost speckled so that when the light comes through, the light waves get refracted. And as growers now with some experience, we've been able to demonstrate that a diffused light for a cut flower crop is a much better quality light. As a grower, the difference for me is clear. We're able to control the elements in such a way that we can produce more and a better quality flower more consistently. One of the only ways we can do that is in a controlled environment under diffused acrylic. This is an exciting time for us. We are expanding to provide even a better quality, more consistent, and more sustainable product to you, our customer. We've implemented new technologies in this new expansion. We're building a better quality greenhouse with state-of-the-art control, state-of-the-art features, and state-of-the-art technologies. This is a commitment we've made to ourselves and to you, our customer, again, in an effort to be sustainable, predictable, and committed to quality throughout the entire year. The earth around us and life itself is a gift. We know this and we live this out. It's our commitment to ourselves, to our fellow employees, and to our customers and all stakeholders that we do this faithfully from day to day. It's our deep-rooted conviction that the energy and the strength that we have from day to day has been given to us for a very specific purpose. So, there we have it. Hopefully today provided you a sneak peek of who we are, what we do, and more specifically, how we do it. How we do it sustainably, how we do it efficiently, and how we do it in such a way that we can continue to honor the commitment that we make to you, providing you with pride in every petal.